Today we will be teaching you the process of how a bill becomes a law, specifically one that starts in the House. To start off the process, a Congress member writes a bill and proposes it by placing it in the hopper. Only a member of Congress can propose the bill to Congress. The bill is assigned a number and is read to the House for the first of 3 times. The Speaker of the House does the reading. The President pro temp is essentially the Speaker of the House's VP. In the case that they cannot attend, the President pro temp will carry out their tasks. The Speaker of the House then assigns the bill to a committee based on the topic of the bill. A committee divides up the work of Congress to be more efficient. There are 3 types of committees. A standing committee sifts through the bills. A select committee is for a specific purpose and is temporary. A joint committee is composed of members of both the House and Senate. A committee chairman then refers the bill to a subcommittee. Hearings take place to consider the bill and make a decision in terms of the committee's opinion. There are several different outcomes that the committee could decide on. They could pass it, which would move it to the floor. It could be pigeonholed, in which the bill would die. They could also report a marked up copy, which is the most common. This is just when they amend it to their likings. They could report it as unfavorable, giving the House an opportunity to see it. Another possibility is to report a committee bill, which is creating a brand new bill. Or a discharge petition could be created, forcing the bill out of committee. The bill has to go through the Rules Committee before going to the House floor. This is scheduled on the calendar for debate. Rules are set for the debate, such as time, adding of amendments, and how many can be added, if so. The bill is read for the second of 3 times. If quorum is met, meaning at least 218 members are present, the debate begins. The third and final reading comes before the voting takes place. A majority of 218 must vote yea. Next, it is introduced to the Senate. The Senate can either come first or second in this process. It is read 2 times through before going to the committee. The majority leader is the person who assigns it to a committee in the Senate. Next, the committee takes a vote on the bill and it is potentially passed onto the floor for the second round of reading and debate. There is no Rules Committee in the Senate, unlike the House. Similar to the House, which we discussed earlier, the bill is either passed, pigeonholed, marked up, or a new committee bill is formed. The rules of debating in the Senate are: there is no time limit, you may speak about anything, and filibusters are allowed. A filibuster is when a bill is talked to death. This is shown here by someone rambling on about Star Wars, China, and superheroes. The cloture rule is if 3/5 of the Senate vote, only 30 more hours may be spent, and then a vote must take place. A bill is passed if the majority vote is reached, which is 51 out of 100 senators. The House and Senate must agree on an identical bill. If they disagree, the bill goes to a joint committee. The conference committee is composed of members from both chambers. They seek to create a compromise bill which has to be passed in the House and Senate. Then it is sent to the President. 4 things can happen once it is sent to the President. He could sign the bill, which then changes the bill into a law. He could let it sit for 10 days, which would also change it into a law. He could pocket veto it by letting the bill expire by not acting before Congress adjourns. Or he could veto it, refusing to sign it. This veto can be overturned by a 2/3 vote in both the House and Senate. Some vocab about bills. A pork barrel is when the bill only benefits a small population. Log rolling is trading of votes of one bill for another. Earmarking are the funds provided for a project. And a rider is a bill that couldn't pass alone but rides along on important measures. To recap, a bill is proposed. It then is read to the House. It is assigned to a committee, and the committee decides on an outcome. It is sent to the Rules Committee, which will then go to the floor for debate. The House votes, and if it is passed, it is read to the Senate. It is then assigned to a committee, and the committee comes to a decision. The Senate then debates and holds a vote. If it is passed, it goes to the Conference Committee. If it makes it through the Conference Committee, the President takes action on it, and potentially resulting in a bill. Thanks for watching, and we hope this helped clear up the bill process.